Hello everyone, welcome to my channel video. Picking a favorite is easy until relationships get involved. Kate Martin had no trouble naming one WNBA skill she envies. The hesitation came immediately after. During a recent YouTube interview discussing Unrivaled and the upcoming season, the Golden State Valkyries guard praised Paige Bueckers' mid-range scoring before refusing to rank Bueckers, Caitlin Clark and Aya Wilson in a start bench cut scenario. First one that comes to my mind is Paige's mid-range. It's like a layup for her. It's impressive. 10 seconds later, the tone changed. I'm not doing that. You can't get me caught up. No, thank you. The contrast defined the conversation. Complimenting a skill was safe. Choosing between people was not. Martin's connection to Clark explains the hesitation. The two were teammates at Iowa from 2020 to 2024 and helped the Hawkeyes reach consecutive national championship games, losing to LSU in 2023 and South Carolina in 2024. That shared history turned a simple comparison into a public loyalty test. At the same time, Bueckers is not just another opponent. She is Martin's teammate on Breeze BC in Unrivaled and one of the league's most efficient mid-range scorers, shooting over 51% inside the arc. Meanwhile, Wilson represents a different category entirely as an established WNBA superstar. For that reason, the question placed Martin between a close friend, a current teammate and an MVP-level veteran. Avoiding the ranking protected all three relationships without diminishing respect for any of them. What it says about the Clark-Bueckers dynamic. The moment also reflects a larger league reality. Clark and Bueckers have shared attention since their college years and now carry that interest into the WNBA. Both produced strong rookie seasons and are scheduled to meet in the 2026 opener between the Indiana Fever and Dallas Wings. Soon after, they will share the floor again for USA Basketball during the FIBA World Cup qualifiers in Puerto Rico. Because of that overlap, comparisons are unavoidable. Players, however, live inside those comparisons rather than observe them from the outside. Martin's reaction showed the difference. Analysts debate rankings freely. Teammates protect relationships first. That balance will continue as Clark and Bueckers compete against each other while also representing the same national team, ensuring the rivalry stays competitive without becoming personal. When loyalty meets legacy, the Iowa connection that made a star freeze on Caitlin Clark. In the often ruthless world of sports rankings and who's the best debates, it's rare that a moment of silence speaks louder than any answer could. But that's exactly what happened when Kate Martin, the former star guard for the University of Iowa, faced one of the toughest questions in women's basketball, and hesitated. Set against the backdrop of a breezy YouTube interview about the rising WNBA season and the upcoming Unrivaled campaign, Martin was asked to name who she most admired among elite guards like Bueckers, Caitlin Clark and Aya Wilson. She launched confidently, praising Bueckers' silky mid-range touch, a skill so dependable it feels like a layup from where she stands. But then came the follow-up: rank them in a start bench cut scenario, the kind of ask that usually ignites a flurry of opinions and stats. What happened next was notable precisely because nothing happened at first. Martin paused. And not just for a beat. 10 seconds passed in live recording where she simply didn't answer. To many fans, that silence was surprising. But the context sheds light on why. Martin and Clark were teammates at Iowa from 2020 to 2024, a period that included historic moments, including national title runs and record-breaking performances. Their chemistry on and off the court was a fixture of Hawkeyes lore. That shared history meant the question was no longer purely hypothetical. Choosing or ranking Clark wasn't just about basketball ability, it was a subtle loyalty test involving a friend, a former roommate, a partner in countless NCAA battles. That's a tough spot to be in when even casual fans are already framing the Clark-Bueckers narrative as an inevitable rivalry. Eventually, Martin declined to do the ranking outright, emphasizing that she didn't want to get caught up in narratives that might strain relationships or signal favoritism where none was intended. By deflecting, she protected both Clark and Bueckers, along with her own identity, not just as an ex-Hawkeye, but as a teammate and friend. The moment ultimately highlights a truth that transcends stats and social media polls. Athletes live inside comparisons, not outside them. Analysts can debate freely. Fans can draft heated arguments. But for someone who lived in the locker room, faced the pressure together, and shared every grind session, a choice isn't just about ability, it's about respect. And that respect isn't blind. Martin had no trouble flattering Bueckers' scoring artistry, acknowledging her evolution at Breeze BC and her lethal efficiency inside the arc. But to rank players she once trained alongside, cheered for, and celebrated with? That was a line she wasn't ready to cross. And that thoughtful pause said more than any quick headline ever could. In a game that thrives on comparison, that moment of hesitation was a reminder that relationships are bigger than rankings, and legacy isn't always about picking sides. Sometimes it's about honoring every connection that got you to where you are. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share. Till next time.